as the filtration process continues, we'll keep only those who can out-argue and outsmart the others. By outsmarting, I mean intellectually here, because it's not just about basic arguments, it's about intellectual argument, and we'll see the last man or last woman standing at the end of today. Don't forget, I beg to differ, prize money is 1 million naira for the winner, 500,000 for the first runner-up, and the second runner-up gets home with 250,000 naira, and several other consolation prizes that would give out during the course of this debate. Welcome to the show. We were meant to start with the round of 16. However, you permit us to run through one set, seeing that we disqualified the set that didn't show from Tunga Maje. We have to make up the numbers. So we brought some people back, not the wild card this time around, but from our reserve of those who were screened to come try their hands at 32. So this set that you're going to listen to, they're going to be from the round of 32, the one we were supposed to do last week. We're taking them, and then the next set will be the round of 16. And we're introducing some wild cards also into the round of 16, some of the best losers from the round of 32 during the wild card. I have our debaters comfortably seated. And just before I introduce them, let's quickly recognize the partners and sponsors of I Beg to Differ Season 2. Hamzat Lawal, the CEO, Connected Development and founder of Follow the Money, Malala Fund Education Champion, working to partner to ensure the reduction of the number of out-of-school children we have in Nigeria. We also have 313 Bureau de Change, also supporting Season 2 of the debate. And we have Happiness Computers also supporting us. Collier Angel Nigeria Limited is also supporting us with bags and bags of consolation prizes, and putting her money where her mouth is. They are into accessories, gadget, IT gadgets, and all in Wuse to Abuja. And Creative Fingers Cakes Bites from Life Camp is also a partner of Season 2 for, they say, one-stop shop for occasion cakes and pastries. And we have, returning to Season 2, 3J's Hotel and Apartment. They were there solidly behind us for Season 1. 3J's Hotel and Apartment is back supporting I Beg to Differ for Season 2. And last but not the least, we have Number One Hotel has joined our list of sponsors and supporters. We say a big thank you to all of them. Our judges are in the green room. Majid Dahiru, researcher, columnist, tech team lead of Luxtera Leadership Foundation, is our chief judge. Irene Bangwell, she's a teacher and co-founder of NOSC 100 Naira a Day School in Kuje, a school for indigent to ensure they get an education. So with just 100 Naira a day, you can get an education in that school. And we have Fidel Castro, one of our senior editor in Kuwazobia Info, also as our judge. We have our diction judge, Olivia Osai, who is sitting in the studio with us, and all the other team for the debate. So we welcome you officially. My name is Kimberly. I'm the moderator.
And my name is Itodo. I am the timekeeper. Welcome to week 2. With a slight switch in the schedule for today. We need to make up the numbers real quick, so we'll just get to hear from this group. Hopefully they're able to convince us enough to get into the round of 16. I'm looking forward to that round because it's going to be really intense.
Oh, yeah.
And, you need to do your best to get the numbers and move on to the next round even. So looking forward to that.
Indeed, indeed, indeed. And just to introduce our debaters, and then we'll go on a very quick break. We sincerely apologize for the interruptions you might experience today. However, we're going to fix it hopefully by tomorrow. So our debaters are Rejoice KAMSI Ahamefuna, 13-year-old from Rabeto School. Rejoice?
Yes.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
And we have Mary OLUWADAMIJI, 13-year-old also from Macbeth International School. Mary?
Thank you, ma'am.
Can you bring the mic lower to you a bit? All right, you're welcome. They're both 13-year-old and be slugging it out to wrap up our round of 32. And they'll be taking on the topic, strict discipline improves academic performance. We'll go on a quick break, and when they return, they pick their sides and the debate starts. Stay with us.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
Nigeria
my head oh. Oga landlord, why you dey shake like ceiling fan? My village people don come again oh. This one wey your body hot so, you don do test? Yes, see result oh. Oga landlord, no be your village people oh. Na malaria, you need Luta. Luta na better medicine wey dey knack down malaria. Oya see am, take am. Thank you Oga Luta. I don dey kampe. Luta, brand of Artemeta and Lumefantrine, is another quality product from Hovid, marketed by Pharmatex Nigeria Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, see your doctor.
Everybody say thanks, Luta. Malaria's in big trouble.
Welcome back to your number one talk, news, and sports station. This is Nigeria Info.
And now we are back on I Beg to Differ.
All right, don't let your heart skip when you hear this sound because it just tells you the debate is about to start. We're live on YouTube. We're live on Facebook. You can get the update on X and Instagram. Our Facebook and YouTube is at Nigeria Info Abuja. Austin Ali, we see you. Thank you very much. And on Instagram, we're at Nigeria Info Abuja. On Twitter, at Nigeria Info ABJ. So, Rejoice, Mary, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, pick a side. What do you have on your table? What side are you on?
I support the motion.
And you are Mary?
Yes, ma'am.
So Mary supports the motion. Rejoice?
I oppose the motion.
All right, so you beg to differ. So that's how it's going to be, ladies and gentlemen. We'll start off with Mary on all rounds. Mary, for the presentation, we'll start with you, 3 minutes. For the rebuttal, we'll start with you, 3 minutes. And for the closing, we'll start with you, 3 minutes.
Good day, Mr.
No,
Chair.
we haven't started yet.
Breathe.
I was just telling you what he's going to
Yes.
do. The timekeeper will let you know when to start. Once you hear the bell go, then you start.
So once you hear the bell go off, you start and you start speaking. Once you hear the bell go off, you end your final thoughts. Okay?
Yes.
Are you good to go? Your time starts now.
Good day, Mr. Chairman, panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, and my fellow debater. My name is Mary OLUWADAMIJI. I am a student of Macbeth Premier High School, Peze, Kubwa, Abuja. Today, I argue in favor of this topic. Strict discipline improves student academic performance. Before I proceed, I would like to define the term strict discipline. Strict discipline is a set of rules and regulations formed in order to maintain order. Firstly, strict discipline provides good environment for learning. Strict discipline helps students in attaining greater heights through education. It helps them in attaining greater heights. It gives them high quality of behavior, making them to be more focused in their academic performance. Secondly, strict discipline helps students to prepare for the future. In the world we're in today, where workers are expected to follow strict rules and regulations, with students being treated with strict rules and regulations, they already get used to it, and it will not be new to them at that moment. Lastly, strict discipline improves students' respect and responsibility. Students with high rates of responsibility tends to have respect for their authorities, themselves, and even their peers, making people around them joyful and showing respect and accolades to their schools. People often say that strict discipline reduces students' emotional and psychological well-being. However, today I'm here to argue that it is not true, because according to research, with the good use of strict discipline, students are able to face themselves in front of others, giving them self-confidence and boosting their morals. Thank you.
All right, Mary, open up the debate there with supporting the motion strict discipline improves academic performance. It's now time for us to hear from Rejoice KAMSI AHAMEFUNA.
Rejoice, your time starts now.
When we say strict discipline, in a layman's understanding, it literally means inflicting pain and sometimes injury, especially on a minor. This should not be condoned, as humans are not mere lower animals. With that, I say, good afternoon, the moderator, the timekeeper, judges, and my co-debater, and other attentive listeners. My name is Rejoice Afam from R32 Schools, and I'm here opposing to the motion by saying a capital no to the question, which is, does strict discipline improve student academic performances, with the following points. My first point is, it has a negative impact on mental health. Overly strict discipline can lead to high results of stress, anxiety, and depression. No child or teacher, in fact, no one in the world wants to see that child being stressed out or having anxiety, not even depression. We shouldn't encourage discipline. Instead, we should find alternatives to help solve this problem. My second point is, it fosters a fixed mindset. Students would be dependent on what not the teacher says, when to do, when not to do, when to read, when not to read, and this will make them not to be autonomy. This mindset, when teachers this is basically creating a mindset for students. Students are meant to create their own mindset. This makes their curiosity limited. My third point is that it has a negative impact on teacher-student relationship. Strict discipline can also create a culture of fear within the students. When the students are afraid to go meet the teachers to ask for questions, on their homework or their project, they become afraid to go meet the teacher because they believe that the teacher might discipline them or might punish them for not knowing the right thing. Maybe they believe that they weren't listening in the class, and that may not be the issue. My fourth point is that strict discipline does not encourage responsibility. Don't encourage responsibility. Some students might believe that they should, whatever the teacher says should be done, and not what they have. That curiosity will be limited. They won't have a mind of their own. They rather pick what the teacher says over their own mind. They won't want to do what their mind teaches them. They won't want to explore their options. They just believe that, okay, since the teacher says this, then it should be like this. It shouldn't be the way it's meant to be. Then, in conclusion, I want to say that we shouldn't encourage this strict discipline in schools. We should find alternatives to help solve this matter. Strict discipline isn't the only way to help students. Thank you.
All right, we've gone through the first stage of it, which is the presentation. Now we turn to Mary OLUWADAMIJI for your rebuttal.
Mary, your time starts now.
Please, can you state alternatives for strict discipline as you said, as you advised?
When I said alternative, we can support the children. Instead, someone getting low grades, a child getting low grades, would you want to shout at the child? Will the child improve by shouting or disciplining them? When you shout at the child, it just makes them feel bad about themselves that they got low grades. Is that a way to improve? Is that improving their performances? It's not. So we can be more supportive about it.
All right.
Mary? Is that all?
I like to say that strict discipline are rules that you have to follow. It does not actually involve you beating a child. I've said by you that strict discipline involves beating a child, but strict discipline are rules, set rules that guide them, not to. According to you, you are like, it makes them beat them and injure them. Strict discipline does not have to do with it has a positive side and a negative side. When strict discipline is properly imposed, it is actually strict discipline. When strict discipline is actually imposed, it is actually a good thing, because this it is if they go against the rule, then they get like some punishments.
Are you good?
Okay. Yes.
Now we get to hear Rejoice, your rebuttal.
Sorry.
Rejoice, your time starts now.
You discipline them to improve on their performances. How can you do that?
A child can be improved. That's the positive way which I've listed. A child can be improved in like poor performance when it does not actually has to do with beating, as I said. So you can like talk to the child. There should be like a counselor for the child. It does not actually. It's not always beating and all that. It also involves talking to the child. There are a set of rules to guide them.
And you said something about students getting disciplined all the time. When they grow up, it will stay with them. You said that earlier when you were mentioning your points. So you said students who are getting disciplined, who get disciplined all the time, would improve. We will make them. They will have that discipline when they grow up. Disciplined all the time. Sorry, students getting disciplined at all times is not healthy. It's not healthy for the brain. It affects them emotionally. So please, can you explain?
Pardon,
Okay, let me interject here because I can see that people turn into a question and answer series. That's not what it's meant to be. You are supposed to pick up a point and interject and just counter it, not ask her further questions or either way.
Your time's running.
Your time is still rolling.
Okay, she says student getting discipline at all times is not is healthy, so that when they grow up they can have it. Students getting discipline at all times isn't healthy. I believe it's not healthy, and I hope I can convince that it's also not healthy because this can affect the child mentally. It can cause the stress, anxiety, and depression. Like I said earlier, students who get disciplined at all times, it doesn't make them when they grow up is 6. They can be more mischievous when they even grow up. They can't be mischievous. So I hope I have convinced you and not confused you that strict discipline is not the way forward. It is not the way forward. Thank you.
I wasn't sure exactly where they were headed with their question and answer.
I mean, they took the word the rebuttal literally, but when it answers to certain questions to get clarity, which is a bit intense. But let's get to the concluding part right now. You have 3 minutes each to give your conclusion and end the debate. So it'd be a good time for you to give the points that you may have missed out on. And to not try to ask questions where you'll be waiting for an answer, because that also affects your time. Your time is running. It's not going to stop while the other person is responding to whatever questions you're asking.
Yeah.
If you're asking a question, it should be rhetorical.
Yeah, rhetorical question, not direct questions. All right. So, Mary, give us your closing.
Your time starts now.
In conclusion, I would like to say strict discipline helps in maintaining respect, responsibility. It helps in creating a conducive environment for learning. However, it also has negative sides if not properly used. Like as she said, emotional stress, like anxiety, etc. It will be advised if strict discipline should be properly viewed before being created in a school. There should be like a laid down rules and their punishment in order to keep the students guided on what to do and what not to do. Thank you.
All right. Mary has laid all her cards on the table: presentation, rebuttal, and closing. Let's get to hear from Rejoice.
Go ahead, Rejoice. Your time starts now.
In conclusion, I'd like to say that that strict discipline isn't the only way forward. There are other ways, other alternatives, like I said before. You can support the child. Like, I'd like to give an example. In my school, teachers don't discipline students because they don't do project, because they don't do this or they don't do that. We don't discipline children. We support them. We help them. We even say, okay, bring the materials you need to do this or that. Let's help you. Let's gather some materials. Let's help you. Let's build you through and what you're doing. Let's help you through it. So I don't believe that strict discipline is the only way forward. There are other alternatives. Yes, I know that. I can understand that students of nowadays can't be lazy, but strict discipline isn't the way. Thank you.
All right, Austin Gali, we see your comment talking about the debaters not being properly briefed about the rebuttal of a thing. That's why they turned it into a question and answer session. I'm glad we interrupted it. It was going on and on. All right, let's get to hear from our diction judge. Olivia, over to you.
All right, so I'll start with you, Mary. Your name is Mary and not Mary, okay? So that's where we'll start our correction from. And then you missed a lot of your age when you were pronouncing some words like high school, helps, and high. So it's not I, school, or helps, or I. It is high school, helps, and high. And then when you said to attain greater heights, okay? I heard you say greater. So when a word ends with ER, you don't say greater, okay? You use a weak sound there, T, greater height. And then heard you also when you said something research, okay? So it's not search, it's research, yes, research. And then emotional, not emotional, emotional, okay? So good luck. Rejoice, over to you. You called her your co-debater. So she's not your debater, she's a debater, co-debater. And then you said you wanted to oppose to the motion. You opposed the motion, not to the motion. And then I heard you say alternative. That word is alternative, okay? Alternative. And then I don't know, I think you tried to say not to be autonomous. Not autonomous.
That would make them not to be autonomous is what she said.
Yeah, she said autonomy.
But yeah,
so it's not autonomy, but autonomous. That means independent, okay? And then culture, conclusion, not conclusion. And then that word healthy, your TH word, healthy and not healthy. Good luck to both of you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
So we wait for the final outcome from our judges. We get to find out how they put the numbers together, and I hope that the numbers are good enough for at least one of them to scale through to the round of 16, which starts immediately after we're done with these 32 rounders at this point in time. Rejoice KAMSI AHAMEFUNA, 13 from Rabeto School. Mary OLUWADAMIJI, 13 from Macbeth International School. Okay, no, they're 32, round of 32. Until 16. All right.
So you can watch live on YouTube and Facebook at Nigeria Info Abuja. You can go on there right now and drop some of your comments. Mohammed Aziz, thank you for the compliment. Austin Ali, who is following and just giving back-to-back responses to some certain things happening right here, as well as Adebari Awodoye. Thank you for being a part of the live stream on YouTube as well as on Facebook.
Vanshak Nankat Abednego says, kudos to Mary and Rejoice for their courage to debate on this serious topic. Nigeria Info, you are great. Or Johnny Me, Seni says they will adapt to the heat later. It doesn't think that they're feeling the heat just yet. Ignatius says the audio on Facebook is not stable. Now, seriously, we worked on this. Is it better now?
Let us know if it's better now so we can be certain that you can hear the debate, the points, and be a part of the live action right here. All right, so we have the results. Our adorable returning officer came here in good time.
Thank you very much, Sumi. So who supported? Mary, right? So we're going to start with Mary. Mary supported the motion that strict discipline improves academic performance, and for her presentation, she got 5.5. For her rebuttal, she got 8.5. For her closing, she got 7.5. Her style of presentation earned her 15, and in total, 36.5 is what Mary got. Rejoice KAMSI AHAMEFUNA, who begged to differ on the motion, got 7.5 for her presentation, 3.5 for her rebuttal. Her closing, 5. Her style, 16. In total, she got 32. And since you guys crossed above the minimum required point, Mary OLUWADAMIJI will proceed to the next round of 16. Rejoice. I'm sorry about that. You're Rejoice, right? I'm just sure I'm not looking at the wrong person. Rejoice, I will have to take a bow at this point. But good thing you're 13. And hopefully by the time you return for next season, you would know what a rebutter is properly and work on it properly. So This is the end of 32. The next set coming in will be the round of 16. And I promise you, their style should show that they are in the round of 16. Let's wrap it up for now and be back in a few minutes. Stay with us.
Info's I Beg to Differ student debate tournament is now in the round of 16. And we're shaking things up. Some of the best losers